More than 100 homes were asked to voluntarily evacuate as crews battle the Jennings Creek wildfire on the New York-New Jersey border. The state of emergency in Orange County has now been extended. The fire has burned more than 5,200 acres and is 88% contained, according to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. Hannah Kliger spoke with neighbors preparing for another night of uncertainty.
Rachel Bertoni gets emotional when she thinks about the possibility of having to leave her home. She lives just a few houses away from the voluntary evacuation line on Wattawa Drive.
It's just a weird feeling to look around your home and start saying goodbye to everything, and like sentimental things.
The jewelry store owner went back to work on Sunday, but her car is loaded with belongings in case she and her family have to pack up and go.
It's kind of like a war zone. You're hearing the helicopters going by, you're seeing the helicopters, you're sitting there wondering, like, am I going to live? How fast does the fire move?
After more than a week of watching for news of the flames in Greenwood Lake, she and others say they felt the worst was behind them.
I can't believe that there are that many people, firefighters, willing to risk their lives to save ours. It actually gets me choked up.
Until Saturday's announcement, enacted out of an abundance of caution, asking hundreds of residents to consider leaving and seek shelter at the local middle school. That voluntary evacuation order extends overnight.
And that was mostly so that we can get fire apparatus into these neighborhoods and ensure that we're not locking in residents in their homes and their neighbors.
Warwick Town Supervisor Jesse Dwyer says crews of more than 300 emergency responders continue their efforts up on the hill.
I've never seen a situation like this. The state of New York has not seen a fire of this size in the last 15 years, and I know the town of Warwick has never seen a wildfire this large.
That state of emergency for Orange County has now been extended. Right now, we're just about 2 miles away from the fire, and you can see that smoke continuing to billow up off the hillside, the chopper lingering overhead.
Back in town, the fight against the flames is on many people's minds.
Just very concerned and very grateful to all the volunteers that are out here working every day.
This was the closest our crews were able to get to the areas most affected. Residents say they're both extremely anxious and thankful. In Greenwood Lake, Hannah Kliger, CBS News, New York.
And the Greenwood Lake Union Free School District will be closed on Monday. A wake was held today for the New York State Parks aide killed while battling the Jennings Creek wildfire. Family and friends gathered in Rockland County to remember the life of Dariel Vasquez. Officials say the 18-year-old died November 9th when a tree fell on him while he was fighting the wildfire. He graduated from Ramapo High School in Rockland County and had planned to attend SUNY Buffalo next year. We spoke with some people who knew him today.
You wouldn't think like something like this would happen to your friend, because you think like you're teenagers and nothing can happen to you, and so something does.
He just got this job in May, and his dad said he was so ecstatic and so excited for it.
Vasquez's funeral will be held tomorrow at 10 a.m. at St. Peter's Church in Haverstraw, New York. The FDNY has created the department's first ever brush fire task force in the wake of these historic fires. Fire Commissioner Robert Tucker says the brush fire task force will take steps to prevent these fires from happening by assessing at-risk areas. They will also put new protocols in place to keep members safe, help with strategic planning, and conduct comprehensive investigations after each fire. The task force will include fire marshals, fire inspectors, and tactical drone units. The FDNY says they responded to 271 brush fires in the first 2 weeks of November, which is the highest in city history. And fire crews are not getting any help from the forecast lately. Meteorologist Vanessa Murdoch is here with the latest on our dry, dangerous conditions. Vanessa.
Yeah, firefighters not getting any help, nor are we. You smelled it today, I'm sure. The smoke again wafting from that Jennings Creek wildfire across the lower Hudson, down into the city, into northeastern Jersey as well. It is still smoky out there, a lot harder to see after sunset, but smoky once more, folks. 58 degrees right now. The wind is calm, But check out the air quality. It is unhealthy for all of us now at an AQI of 152. It was unhealthy for some earlier. Now it's unhealthy for all of us. As we look at the smoke today that did billow out of the Jennings Creek wildfire, you can see it was thickets across Rockland County and portions of Westchester County, but we smelled it all the way down into the city as well. I know I smelled it here at my home in Bergen County earlier today, and it is going to be a situation where I expect again tomorrow some of us will smell smoke at times. Tomorrow, an elevated fire risk remains across the entirety of the region. Winds will be gusting 15 to 25 miles per hour. That means fires will spread quickly, but because it is so dry out there, they'll also start more easily once more. Your 5-day outlook for the wildfire risk. It is high tomorrow, then we begin to decrease the likelihood. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's a medium risk. What's happening these days? Humidity levels are increasing. Winds are decreasing. All good things. Then Thursday, green, low, and Friday, because we expect some soaking rain to roll through Wednesday night into Thursday. And that is outstanding news. Wish it was going to be tomorrow into Tuesday, but instead it's Wednesday into Thursday. Tonight we're dry. It's mostly cloudy and 48. Still smelling that smoke. We could get a sprinkle near dawn tomorrow, but that's not going to help us. Tomorrow afternoon, it's 64 degrees. Skies will be clearing. Winds will be ramping up. They're going to be gusting up to 30 miles per hour. And again, this only worsens the conditions for the Jennings Creek wildfire that still burns at this hour. Jessica, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Vanessa. And stay with CBS News New York for the latest on our drought and the efforts to contain the wildfires burning across our area. For updates anytime, go to CBSNewYork.com.